Europe, once regarded as the most prosperous continent in the world, is rapidly losing its identity. Today, when we talk about countries facing collapse, it's not just about economic issues, but also political instability, demographic decline, environmental challenges, and social unrest. While Western European countries are generally wealthier and more stable compared to their Eastern counterparts, they are not immune to these significant difficulties. The main reason for the swift decline of many Western European nations is their shifting demographics, which have caused major changes in their societies. After thoroughly analyzing various media reports, we've compiled this video to highlight the top 10 fastest collapsing countries in Europe. We've worked hard to bring you this information, and we hope you'll watch the video until the end. Before we dive in, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Let's get started. Number 10, Germany. Germany, once known as a great global power with a robust economy, now faces growing challenges. With the largest economy in Europe, Germany is a leader in industrial, scientific, and technological sectors, ranking as both the third largest exporter and importer worldwide. As of 2022, the country had a population of 84.4 million. However, recent geopolitical events, particularly the Russian invasion of Ukraine, have severely impacted Germany's energy security. Losing access to affordable Russian gas, which was once a major energy source, coupled with the transition to renewable energy and the closure of nuclear plants, has led to significant energy supply disruptions and rising costs for businesses. Immigration is often blamed for Germany's economic struggles, with 23.8 million people, or 28.7% of the population, having a migration background. While some argue that immigrants strain the economy, others believe they are vital to sustaining it, particularly in an aging nation like Germany. Immigrants help fill labor shortages and support productivity. Germany's aging population is causing a shrinking workforce, which increases labor costs and places pressure on the social welfare system. Key industries such as automotive and manufacturing are struggling with global competition, supply chain challenges, and the need for technological transformation. The economy is slowing, with low growth, inflation, and recession fears hurting consumer spending power. Number 9, Netherlands. Renowned for its picturesque canals, windmills, vibrant cities, and rich historical heritage, is a country full of beauty and charm. Its serene countryside and lively atmosphere make it a popular destination for tourists. However, beneath this beauty, the Netherlands faces challenges that could alter its identity. As of August 15, 2024, the country's population stands at 18 million, with immigrants making up about 27% of that number, around 4.83 million people. This includes both first and second-generation migrants, a figure that reflects the growing diversity of the nation. Despite being one of the wealthiest and most stable countries in the world, the Netherlands is grappling with several economic and social issues. One of the most pressing concerns is the severe housing shortage. With its small size and high population density, the country is struggling to meet the demand for affordable housing. Immigration has played a role in this surge, particularly in urban areas where the demand for homes has skyrocketed, driving up housing prices and putting a strain on existing infrastructure. Immigration has both positive and negative impacts on the labor market. On the one hand, immigrants fill crucial roles in industries such as agriculture, construction, and healthcare, sectors that often face labor shortages. On the other hand, there is concern over job competition in lower wage positions. Some locals argue that immigration leads to lower wages in certain industries, although studies show that immigrants often complement, rather than replace, the existing workforce. The Netherlands has a long-standing reputation for being a liberal and open society, but the rise in large-scale immigration, particularly from non-Western countries, has sparked debates about cultural integration. Some Dutch citizens worry about the impact on national identity, social cohesion, and traditional values. While the Netherlands is facing significant challenges, it is far from collapsing. Immigration brings both opportunities and difficulties, and the country's ability to manage these issues will be key to its future. Effective policymaking, investment in infrastructure, and social programs will be crucial in addressing the pressures placed on Dutch society by immigration and other factors. The Netherlands' future will depend on how it navigates these changes while preserving its unique identity. Number 8, Ireland. Ireland is well known for its breathtaking landscapes, rich history, vibrant culture, and warm hospitality. The country's lush green countryside, iconic landmarks like the cliffs of Moher and the Giant's Causeway, and its deep connection to traditional music, dance, literature, and whiskey have made it a beloved destination for many. However, this image of Ireland may need to be reevaluated in the coming years. In 2022, Ireland's population surpassed 5 million for the first time since 1851, and by 2024, it had reached approximately 7.2 million. Around 632,000 foreign citizens were living in Ireland in 2022, making up 12% of the population. While immigration has brought diversity and cultural richness, it has also added strain to the country, particularly in areas like housing. The housing crisis in Ireland is one of its most pressing issues. Demand for homes has far outpaced supply, causing property prices and rents to soar. The influx of immigrants, especially in urban areas like Dublin, has only made this problem worse. Locals and newcomers alike are struggling to find affordable accommodation. Additionally, rapid demographic changes have sparked debates about cultural integration and national identity. With such a small population compared to other European countries, Ireland faces tensions over how to maintain social cohesion and manage its growing diversity. The healthcare system is also under pressure, with long waiting times, insufficient resources, and high costs. Despite ongoing investments, the healthcare sector is struggling to meet the increasing demand, causing frustration among patients and professionals. While Ireland remains a beautiful and welcoming country, these challenges require careful attention to ensure a balanced and sustainable future. Number 7, Belgium. Belgium is globally renowned for its chocolate, waffles, beer, and the Red Devils, its national football team. It's also home to NATO's headquarters, the EU Commission, and the European Parliament. Despite these strengths, Belgium is facing significant challenges that threaten its future. As of 2023, Belgium's population stands at around 11.7 million, with about 19%, 2.2 million people born abroad. The country is grappling with political fragmentation, driven by tensions between the French-speaking Walloon region and the Dutch-speaking Flanders region. These differences have led to a complex political system, often resulting in prolonged government gridlock. Additionally, Belgium faces rising social and economic inequality, with clear economic disparities between regions. While Flanders is economically strong, Wallonia struggles with higher unemployment and slower growth, contributing to social unrest. Belgium's high public debt, worsened by economic downturns and rising welfare costs, adds to its difficulties. Managing this debt while continuing to provide essential services and invest in infrastructure is a serious challenge. The country has also seen a significant rise in immigration, which, while enriching Belgium culturally, has also created issues around housing, employment, and social services. In urban areas with large immigrant populations, tensions around cultural integration and social inclusion are on the rise, affecting community relations. Belgium's social welfare system is extensive, offering a broad range of services and benefits. However, maintaining this system amid economic pressures and an aging population poses sustainability challenges. Striking a balance between providing social support and managing economic constraints remains an ongoing challenge for the country's policymakers. Number 6, United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is internationally known for its top-tier educational institutions, such as Oxford, Cambridge, and Imperial College London, which consistently rank among the world's best. With a population of around 67.6 million in 2022, approximately 16%, 10.7 million of the UK's population was born abroad as of 2021. Once a global powerhouse, the UK now faces numerous challenges that have led some to question its future stability. While describing the UK as collapsing may be an exaggeration, it is undeniably grappling with significant economic and social issues. One of the most pressing problems is the rising cost of living, driven by increasing inflation, especially in energy and food prices. This has strained household budgets, making it harder for many people to manage financially. The situation is made worse by stagnant wages and overall economic uncertainty. Political instability has also been a recurring theme in the UK, with frequent changes in leadership and policies. Divisions over Brexit, economic strategies, and social issues have created a fragmented political landscape, making it difficult for the government to govern effectively and implement consistent policies. Social challenges are also at the forefront, particularly with an aging population that is putting additional pressure on public services and welfare systems. Alongside these demographic shifts, changes in family structures and social dynamics require the country to adapt its policies and services. Economic and social inequalities are evident, especially between London and the rest of the UK. Areas outside of London and the southeast face higher unemployment, slower economic growth, and fewer opportunities for investment. These regional disparities are contributing to greater social and economic divides across the country. Number 5, Portugal. Portugal is renowned for its rich history, beautiful coastline, delicious cuisine, and iconic exports like port wine, cork products, and pastel de nata. This charming southern European country also boasts a vibrant football culture and stunning historic landmarks. As of 2024, Portugal's population stands at around 10.6 million people, with approximately 1.4 million having an immigrant background. Portugal has faced long-standing challenges with high public debt, a situation worsened by the 2008 financial crisis and the Eurozone debt crisis that followed. Despite efforts to reduce this debt through austerity measures and international financial aid, the country's debt levels remain among the highest in Europe. This limits the government's ability to invest in public services and infrastructure, which hampers long-term economic stability. While Portugal's economy has seen some improvement, wage growth remains slow and many workers continue to earn low salaries. The rising cost of living in urban areas like Lisbon and Porto has exacerbated economic inequality. Young professionals are especially struggling to find well-paying jobs, leading to a brain drain as many skilled workers leave Portugal in search of better opportunities abroad. Another significant issue facing the country is its aging population. With one of the highest proportions of elderly citizens in Europe, this demographic shift puts considerable pressure on Portugal's healthcare and social security systems, making it harder to meet the needs of an aging society. Number 4, France. France, one of the oldest nations in the world, is a cultural powerhouse known for its influence in fields like cuisine, philosophy, music, art, fashion, literature, and sport. Historically, it has been a leader in shaping global culture, but today, the country faces serious challenges. As of January 2024, France's population stands at 68.4 million, an increase from 67.3 million in 2019. Around 8.7 million people living in France in 2022 were born outside of the country, making it one of Europe's most ethnically diverse nations. In recent years, France has experienced widespread social unrest, with frequent protests and strikes. Movements like the Yellow Vests and large-scale strikes against pension reforms highlight the growing dissatisfaction among citizens, particularly over economic inequality, declining purchasing power, and government policies. These protests disrupt daily life and business activity while also reflecting deeper frustrations with the political system. France has long struggled with high unemployment rates, particularly among young people. Despite efforts to reform labor laws and encourage job creation, the country's labor market still faces significant challenges, leaving many people without work and limiting economic opportunities for others. Pension reform is another hot-button issue in France. With an aging population, the sustainability of the country's generous pension system is at risk. The government has tried to raise the retirement age and adjust benefits, but these changes have been met with fierce resistance from unions and the public. Additionally, an aging population places immense pressure on healthcare and social services, further complicating the financial situation. France's high taxes are necessary to fund its extensive social welfare programs, but rising living costs, especially in major cities like Paris, have made life harder for many citizens. Many feel their purchasing power has diminished, leading to increased frustration and contributing to social unrest. Immigration, which has long been a part of France's identity, also presents challenges. While immigrants have contributed significantly to the economy, integration remains difficult. High levels of immigration, especially from North Africa and the Middle East, have created tensions in some communities. Issues like cultural differences, job competition, and social cohesion have sparked debates, while incidents of terrorism and crime, often linked to marginalized groups, have raised concerns over immigration policies and security. Number 3, Greece. Greece, often considered the birthplace of democracy, is famous for its ancient ruins and iconic archaeological sites like the Acropolis, the Temple of Apollo in Delphi, and Olympia. With a population of 10.5 million in 2023, Greece has seen a slight decrease from 11 million a decade ago. Around 1 million immigrants, or about 9% of the population, currently live in Greece. The country's economic struggles began during the 2008 global financial crisis. But years of mismanagement, corruption, and growing public debt only worsened the situation. To address the crisis, Greece was forced to adopt strict austerity measures under bailout programs from the European Union and the IMF. These measures included significant cuts to public spending, pensions and wages, as well as higher taxes. While these steps helped stabilize the economy in the short term, they also led to widespread poverty, high unemployment, and social unrest, which still affect the country today. Despite improvements, unemployment remains high, particularly among the youth. Though the overall unemployment rate has dropped from its peak of 27% in 2013, it still exceeds the EU average, and youth unemployment remains a persistent issue. As a result, many young, educated Greeks are leaving the country in search of better opportunities abroad, which reduces Greece's future potential for economic growth and innovation. Tourism plays a crucial role in Greece's economy, contributing about 20% to the GDP. However, this heavy dependence makes the country vulnerable to external disruptions, such as the COVID-19 pandemic, which caused a sharp decline in tourism and severely impacted economic activity. Number 2, Spain. Spain is home to an impressive 45 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, showcasing its rich cultural heritage with architectural masterpieces, historic cities, and breathtaking natural wonders. Famous landmarks like the Alhambra and the works of Antoni Gaudí are just a few examples of Spain's remarkable treasures. In 2023, Spain's population surpassed 48 million for the first time in history, and by January 2024, it was estimated that around 18.15% of Spain's population, or over 8 million people, were immigrants. This makes Spain the fourth most populous country in Europe and the 10th in the world. Despite its cultural and historical significance, Spain faces serious economic challenges. It struggles with one of the highest unemployment rates in the European Union, especially among the youth. While there has been some recovery since the 2008 financial crisis, youth unemployment remains a critical issue, often exceeding 30%. This has led to frustration and a lack of opportunities for younger generations, contributing to social inequality and limiting career prospects. Additionally, Spain is in the midst of a housing crisis. The cost of property in major cities like Madrid and Barcelona has soared, making it extremely difficult for many, particularly young people, to afford housing. With rising living costs and stagnant wages, this has placed a heavy financial burden on residents. Spain also faces a rapidly aging population, putting considerable strain on its pension system. The number of retirees is growing, while the working-age population is shrinking, making it harder to sustain pension payments without major reforms. This demographic shift is adding fiscal pressure as the government works to fund healthcare and pensions while also addressing other economic needs. Politically, Spain has become more fragmented in recent years. The rise of new political parties, such as the far-right Vox and the far-left Podemos, has created a divided political landscape, making it harder for the government to maintain stability and implement long-term policies. Furthermore, Spain has become a key destination for immigrants, particularly from Africa and Latin America. While immigration has helped fill labor shortages, it has also put strain on housing, public services, and employment opportunities, sometimes leading to tensions between immigrant communities and native Spaniards. Number 1, Italy. Italy is world-renowned for its rich culture, stunning architecture, art, opera, literature, and fashion. With its breathtaking landscapes, pristine beaches, and historic monuments, it's one of the top destinations for travelers. And of course, who can forget Italy's iconic pasta dishes? As of January 2024, Italy's population is estimated to be around 59 million people, with 5.3 million immigrants, marking an increase of about 166,000 from the previous year. While the number of immigrants in Italy has been rising since 2010, the country faces a shrinking and aging population. One of Italy's most pressing challenges is its public debt, which is one of the highest in the world, standing at over 140% of GDP. This massive debt limits the government's ability to invest in key areas such as infrastructure, education, and healthcare. The struggle to manage this debt while fostering economic growth has been made harder by years of slow economic performance and political instability. Italy also suffers from one of the highest youth unemployment rates in Europe, often exceeding 20%. Many young Italians face difficulties in finding stable, well-paying jobs, leading to frustration and disillusionment. Adding to these challenges, Italy has one of the oldest populations in Europe, which puts a significant strain on its pension system and healthcare services. With a shrinking workforce and an increasing number of retirees, funding pensions and supporting an aging population becomes more difficult while also trying to drive economic growth. Additionally, Italy's location has placed it at the heart of Europe's migration crisis. The influx of migrants, especially from North Africa and the Middle East, has put pressure on the country's resources and infrastructure. While immigrants contribute to the labor force, integration has been a challenge, causing social tensions and the rise of anti-immigrant sentiments, further complicating the political situation. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.